Hey, hello guys. We will wait for a minute for others to join. In the meantime, I will set up a bit. Okay, let me set up few things. Right. Hope you are able to hear me. Welcome to another live. Today we are going to cover everything all about AI editing. So Adobe Firefly, what we can do with Photoshop Beta. So I'm going to tell you all about it. I think you have already seen so many videos, but I am going to show you the workflow where I am using it for my editing. So different kind of editing, like even my client work and everything, and how do I use AI to make it better. Let's see, in the process I also learn something because it is very fascinating to use and everything, but it definitely has made my work very faster. So let me see how many people have joined. Presently we'll wait for a minute to everybody to join, but these are the set of images. If you can see on the screen, we are going to use to AI edit. I'll be explaining you in a minute how can you download the Photoshop beta, the process around it, and then we'll straight away go to the edits. So it will be a fun way. So I'll be explaining you all the AI things what are part of the Adobe. It can be Adobe Firefly, generative fill, the other features which has already had, and I'm still using it to make my work faster. So we are going to learn all of that. This is going to be like half an hour, 45 minutes, or 1 hour. It depends on the how many people are joining. I'll try to make it, but if you're not able to join, more than happy, you can see it later as well. So totally okay with it. So let's get started. Okay, so let me quickly show you. Okay, all right. So you need to have so there might be a confusion. Actually my laptop is here where my camera is working and the main screen is here, so you might be feeling that I am looking over here and not looking over the camera, but I am keeping a tab on the chat. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those. Okay, so I have opened Creative Cloud, where you can go to apps, then you can go to beta apps. Definitely you need to have a subscription for, like I have a photography plan, so I have Lightroom and Photoshop with this plan. There are a lot of offers and everything going on, so you can look at your own convenience what offer suits you if you really want to go. But here if you go to beta apps, you can see Illustrator beta, but I have only done the Photoshop beta which comes with my license. So you can install, you can open, and that's where you start. Right, if that is clear, it's very straightforward. There are a lot of other features which I let me quickly show you. If you, once you have bought those packages, there are a lot of other things which comes as part of that benefit. So like I was doing few things. So it is part of the Adobe Firefly only, but let me show you something here as well, and then we'll switch to the photos as well, so that will give you a better understanding of things. So I was just doing few things last time, but let me your stuff, your template, leave. Right, so a lot of features what Adobe is giving you, so you can always do different kind of post and all of those things. It can be text to image, which can be text effects. You can do quick action. Now you can pull your PSD into this. We can quickly show you. If you have used Mid Journey, that will be great. You can use this one as well. So let's try something more creative. Neon panda sitting in a neon city. Let's see what Adobe comes with this. So this will be a fun one. So it's generating. It definitely needs internet. So yeah, so this is what it did. And you can always make it like a digital art, or you can make it chaotic. You can choose few modes and then you can say generate again, so you can add more words to it to enhance the image, make a better result out of it. So definitely this is one of the feature. Yeah, so here you can see it has improved a bit on the earlier one where I said digital art, and it is more chaotic as well. So this is one of the feature of text to image which you can use very in so many creative ways. It can be for your website, it can be for your digital content and all of those things, right? So let's get to the main attraction. Okay, so you can do a lot of things here. You can create your YouTube videos, flags and everything. It has become way fast, right, and makes your life very better. Okay, let's go to the important part of why we are here. Okay, so these are a set of images what I have chose. We will be starting with something like a fashion image like this one, and we'll go from there ki how can we change the background, how can I show you the other features where I can edit the skin as well. So that gives you a feel of things ki how AI can make your work faster. Okay, so let's start with this image. Let me open this. So it's opening in Adobe. Give it a second. If you have questions in the meantime, I'll be more than happy to answer. Okay, so let's not crop the image. I think this will be good. I'm just correcting the balance. Okay, cool, right. So first what I do is I just want to enhance the skin very fast, and if you have to do a lot of edits, I will definitely go to adaptive portrait. So if you see, quickly using glamour portraits, using finish, using gritties, using enhanced portrait, the skin is retouched. At least the basic retouching is done, so later you can go into detailed retouching using dodge and burn and all of those things. But I generally start with this key. I give it a enhance or a glamour look depending on the look. I'll give an enhanced look to it because this is more of a what you say, a dark background, right? Then I would like to give it a pop as well. So generally what I'm feeling the theme is ki it gives a pop off on the highlights only. So if you see, only highlights are getting popped, so I'll give it a pop. Then there are more methods as well which you can okay, so there is some problem with my widget. Okay, let me see what is the problem. Okay, there seems to be some problem with the edit with the live. So let me fix that. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. So let's see guys, I really don't know why it is doing like this. Let me switch it to a better connection if required. Okay, I think it was a glitch in between, but let's see, hopefully you are able to see it. If you have questions, you can ask those as well. I'll do is I'll close this because this might be eating the memory. I'll close this as well. Okay, cool. So hopefully that saves on the memory. Cool. Hope you are still able to see because I am still getting that error, but the connection might be good or bad. Okay, so there are a lot of other themes what you can do, and this AI does everything so perfectly. Like how like I like this tone. So and but then you can apply the tone how much you want. I can only want this much, not more of it, right? uh, and there are a lot of black and white portraits and themes as well, which makes your life way easier. These are like filters, but they're adaptive, so the skin and everything, uh, editing makes it way faster. Okay, so for one is that. Let's take into all of the action into Photoshop, where I'll be showing you how to skin retouch as well as how to use generative fill to make this more interesting. Let's try that. So I'll be duplicating the image, converting into layers. There seems to be some problem with my connection, but hope you are able to see. So finger crossed. I really don't know. Let's see if you have a. Let's see. Okay, cool. So let's quickly show you the skin retouch first. Let me zoom in. What I generally do now is sometimes if I have to do a lot of bulk edits, so her skin is actually nice, but what you can do is we can go to file, neural filters, and then automatically chooses the face. Generally the trick is not the trick, but in the photo, if the model is looking towards the camera a bit of side, but somewhere the AI is able to identify the face with the eyes and the everything, then it identifies the face. Otherwise, if it's a back shot, something like that, it will never identify the face. So it is only going to correct skin for the face. If you want to correct skin for others, definitely you will have to use frequency separation or dodge and burn to correct that, but this does an amazing job on the face. I generally do fashion work and where face is more important. So let's say skin smoothing. What I try to give is I try to remove the blur a bit because I want it to be more natural, and I like to increase the smoothness a bit. So if I show you the before and after in there, like you can see the difference, that quickly the skin has been edited in a nice way without messing up with any details, right? So definitely if you feel ki the details are getting hampered around the eyes and everything, you can always create a mask, and then you can use a brush, black is the color, and remove it. Okay, so remove it around the eyes and everything. So cool. Okay, so this is one of the AI technique. So the most interesting one now, what we are going to do is we'll try to expand the background. First we'll show that, and then we'll try to change the background. So I definitely like this aspect ratio. So what I'll do is I will use the crop tool, C for the crop tool. I will fit in. So I like this crop, but what we'll do is we'll make it a bit bigger, right? So we'll make it a bit bigger. I'll zoom in. Right. So there is one option when you do this. Let me do Control Z. Let me zoom out. Let me zoom out a bit more. Okay. So again, do a crop tool. Choose what you want. So there is a tick here. Right. So choose the crop. And then what you can do is the first one is you can use a magic brush. So let me zoom in a bit. Use a magic brush, choose the area, right? And then you can always go to the old method where you can do content aware fill, right? So it will check the areas, remove ones which you don't want it to use as a selection. So I'll remove the model from it, Hasari from it, and a bit more, and then right, I think it did not do anything. Okay, my bad. Let me go back a few steps. It's add layer mask, Z, print screen. Let me make a copy of this. Control Shift Alt E, it makes a copy. Use a crop tool, crop, increase it, save, use the magic wand, click on it, it selects, and then the old method is content aware fill. Don't choose the model. So let's not go near her skin or anything, right? So it did a pretty good job. So if you do Control D, you can always expand and avoid this thing. So what I'll do is I'll do something quick and dirty, right? But if you see, this has not been very clear where the content aware fill is doing this very great job. So what we'll do is we'll go here, we'll do the crop. Now what we'll do is we'll choose the rectangle marquee tool and choose a bit of an area from there. Press the and just click on generative fill and don't say anything, just say generative fill. Right, it takes a bit of time. I think the internet is a bit wobbly but it did not do that, so it was not happy with what I have chose. Okay, so let's do a selection again with a different area and let's do generative fill again. Let's try if it helps. If it is smart enough. Yeah, it is still updating, still getting the features and everything, so it is still doing a pretty good job, but it is still improving. Okay, so it did a pretty good job. So all the creases and everything are expanded like way nicely. So if you see, it has expanded the creases and everything way nicely. So let me zoom out and let's do the other areas. Let's say generative fill. Violate user guideline. I don't know why I'm not violating any user guideline, but I think Adobe is just getting smarter by the day. So let's see. So it will improve as we go, right? So that's totally okay. We can choose. I was just wanted to show you how different things in generative fill works. Okay, so apparently this is not working at this point of time, but you can definitely try. So let's see a small area. Let's try one more time. Very small area. If it still gives error, we'll go back to the image and go on to the next methods. Right, so it's giving error, so it must be something with that. That's totally okay. What we'll do is we'll close this, we'll go to our original stamp visible, zoom out a bit. Okay, now once you know okay, how can you change images and all of those things, let's try to change the background in a different way. Right, we can definitely add jewelries and everything, that will definitely try, but let's change the background. So the trick about this is you have to have the mask very perfect. Okay, so let's do select subject for now. It has done a pretty decent job, so let's move layers. Okay, sorry. And now in generative fill, what you do is there is a button called as invert selection. So we definitely don't want to change the model, we want to change the background. So you just say invert selection, and then in generative fill we can add, like this was more of a black sari, like a sabyachi type of look. So we can say an old palace. Okay, and let's see what it generates. It has done a pretty good job, right? So you can see that the shadows are created, she's standing, it's nothing missing, and definitely gives you 2 to 3 options with the background. And if you feel these options were not great, you can always correct the text. You can say old palace with walls behind in brown color. Let's make it more intuitive. So it has pretty nicely captured the shadows of the subject and everything, and I have hardly wrote few things. Right. This is more better. I think these results are more better. I would rather go with this one, which is matching with the texture and everything. And what we can do is, if you are happy with this one, what I do is, this is nice, I make a new layer, right, and then you can put more curves around it to make it more punchy. The skin is looking more orange, so let's put a selective color. Let's go red like this, magentas a bit, yellows, and add a lot of depth to the photo, right? Add a bit of curves, so hold your point, a bit of shadows, pop, highlights, and then just add a bit of haze, right? So this is how it has done an amazing job of changing the background. So this is going to like improve your work, have more creativity around it. You can definitely go into more pieces as well. So if I choose like a, let me get more creative. Okay. Let's go to the lasso tool. Okay, choose here, right? I will say silver oxidized ring. Right, so let's add more rings. That will be fun. Right, so it added more rings, and you can always see more options. We did not do a pretty good job, but this one was way better. But definitely the mask has to be way better. Okay, so I will say one more time generate. So let's have a few more options. Right. I think this option fits very nicely. So let's do Z. And that's it. I think this is been a good example where you can use the generative fill to do this kind of editing, and it makes your work faster, better, as well as you can have more creative ideas if you're not able to actually shoot in that location. Definitely shooting in that location will be ideal choice, but you always don't get that choice. Okay, so let me save this somewhere. Right, let's go to the next image. Right, so I was thinking ki I do fashion work and I do product and food as well. So, and I have started doing maternity and baby shoots as well. So I will can show you something for a maternity as well. Like this one I had selected to show you. So let's do a basic crop, like 8.5 for Instagram, and I can cut it more a bit. Okay. And what I thought is ki this could have been great if I would able to see the outfit. So let's make this correct. So let's go to enhance, pop, go to selective creative mask, select background, remove the highlights of a background a bit, not a lot, a bit, highlights a bit. We can go with shadows as well, and let's open the subject. Okay, what we'll do is we'll go horizontal this time. Hopefully the Adobe Firefly works with us this time. Let's see. Let's take the crop tool, invert the crop tool. And let's see this much. Okay, and let's say yes. So this is the crop what we want. Okay, later what we'll do is we'll do the crop. Because this side looks good, what we'll do is we'll improve this side. Okay, so C comes in the rule of third as well. So let's see how generative fill works here. Okay, let's take the marquee tool, choose a bit of area and don't say anything. We'll try with everything as we'll write something as well. Hopefully generative fill understands like that without giving me an error at the top in yellow. Definitely it's improving. It has done a pretty decent job. So it's flowing, as well as you can see more versions of it. I like this version. I rather like this version as well, but this is better. Awesome. So it has done a great job of expanding your outfit without, I don't see a difference. Yes, there is I think a bit of clarity, but it's trying to replicate with the features what I have chose. But yes, let me choose another one if that's better. I think this is better. This is also better, but let's go with this. Right, the shadows and everything are looking nice. Okay, let's change the background. I did not like the background. Let's try to create a perfect mask. Do select subject. It has chose a select subject, good, but you can always improve the mask. I'm not here to teach you that one, but yeah, invert and then say what red will go nice with. Maybe a red textured wall, or rather infinity wall. Let's see what it brings. So the trick here is if the subject is facing towards, and if the background and the subject face is mixing somewhere, it creates a very bad mask, and that looks very odd. So here if you see still the hair and everything, so you will have to create a very perfect mask that suits it. So this has great options. I think this is looking nice, but you can get some more options. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, okay, so I like this option a bit better. Let's see a few more options. No, not this. This is better. This is way good. So what you can always do, what I do is, as part of my work, is I choose the mask and then I correct the mask, right? Like all of the hair is not selected, so I'll select all the hair, correct the hair. In a way the background is not affected and still the features of the subject is correct, right? Cool. So like this here as well. Awesome. So if I remove that and then I'll fix it, means I can definitely zoom in and then fix it, not being lazy, right? So we can always do a better perfect job. And you can always make a copy, go to and you can always correct this, right? The head was looking a bit odd, but I have corrected it now. And this is not using generative fill, this is just content aware fill, so it becomes a bit faster, right? So this is looking awesome, right? Cool, guys. Hope that is giving you ideas. So if you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer. And you can definitely skin edit using neural filters, and you can add more things. So what you can do is you can add, just for fun purpose, I just chose a lasso tool and I say a plant pot, just for fun, just to add more effects to the photo. Let's see. Very bad. So I could have better put it like textured. Yeah, so it's improving. So definitely as we go on, it is going to improve. But yes, it's definitely gives you more options to work with and definitely makes it better. But as it goes, it is not perfect yet, but yes, it will. So it's not giving great results, so let's not choose that. Okay, so this is looking nice. So let's not save this. Maybe save this. Cool. Let's go to the next image. So I want to try something where like take, now let's do some product editing. So this is the one of the shot I have taken last month, like of a can bottle. So what you can do is, it is already, let's do a crop, right? We are going to do like a fun one, right? Cool. So let's do something like pop. Perfect. And let's open in Photoshop beta. Okay, let's do replace, convert to layers, and then what we can do is we can go into object selection tool. It chose the object. I'm not getting into details of how correctly it chose, but let's reverse and then say in a cold freezer with ice. I'm just trying to be fun to show you that how a product image can be made better. Let's see. Can it sit there? It's going to be fun, but let's see. Oh, this is nice. Not nice. We'll change it. In a bath of ice. We will just say ice. Let's see what it does when we say only ice. It's doing a decent job. I would not suggest. This is the first time I have tried it for a product, so it is doing a decent job. I did not like it a lot. I will just say bowl of ice. So the better way of doing products will be to like do selective part of the products and then put words around it, so that will make your life easier, or rather give you more accurate results. Let's see when I do like that. This is better. I like this. This is not better. This is way okay-ish. So let's do something. Select subject, invert the subject, okay, or rather do Control D. Okay, what we can do is we can choose this, and we can see, and we can expand the selection. We can choose. Let me expand the selection. Okay, so we can say sitting in a ice chiller. Okay. That is nice. It has given more options. This is also nice. I think this is better. Or we can write, now I am feeling ice, or rather glass top with water dripping. does it makes it better. Okay, so we are also going to do one of my food shoot as well. So we did recently, like a few weeks back. So how that works. Oh, this is nice. When the water is dripping, and this is correctly done it as well. This is nice. What I can do is one more thing is I'll choose something. I'll choose like this. I'll do like this. I'll not say anything. Let's say what it does. I want to see does it create the complete block. You have to be thinking creative to write all those kinds of words which makes that way better. So it has not done anything better, but yes, this is just a start, so you can always do a control Z. I definitely like this. Right. So it had good references. I definitely like this where the water is dripping. But yes, it is not going to be that creative for product unless you have got a very creative image and some pieces of things are missing. But in portrait shoot or something or a landscape or something, it is going to do a pretty amazing job. But my idea is to show you all the features, right? That is one thing. Let's go to one of the food shots. Okay, so I wanted to keep it horizontal for my website. So what I'll do is it's a nice photo. The editing, I think I have already done this, so I'll not do anything. Cool. So we'll just open this photo. Right? This is straight out of camera. I've not done anything. So what I've done is convert to layers. Right. So here I had done some different things. So what I had done is I had chose the subject. It was not choosing it. Let's choose like this. Okay, let's make a decent one. Okay, and I'll just say Control C, Control V, Control T, and I will just put another bowl over here. I think it did not cut it correctly, so I'll just rotate the bowl and I'll keep it over here just for aesthetic purpose. Right, perfect. Right, now what has happened, the shadows are wrong. So what I'll do is now I will use the generative fill. So I will, because now if you see the light is coming from here. Let me correct few more things. Right, this is nice. Okay, correct. The light is coming from here, and see if this bowl has a shadow here, so definitely I need to take the lasso tool and choose like this and just chase bowl shadows, generate. So it's a very rough pick. I could have done a better choice of choosing that area. So but let's see how generative fill works on it. So it has not done a great job, but my selection was not that great. What I'll do is I'll wait a second, because the shadows are here already of this bowl. I'll just choose this area and I'll say shadows. Rather, if I don't choose anything, or another someone says that, okay Gaurav, why don't you have chosen with the shadows? Right, so this is nice. It has corrected the shadows. It had added few things. but what I can do is there is one more tool which comes with this is your, why I forgot. This is a remove tool. So right, so I need to choose the layer, and then I have to increase that and just do like this. What I want to remove, right, so it has not removed this. I'll choose a better, so gone. Okay, so it is removed. The bowl is looking nice, with the shadows are looking nice, the light is coming like this. What I want is key here, maybe I want a bowl of masalas, so just to give more feel of it, bowl of masalas, or rather Adobe is not Indian, so make it Indian spices. If you have questions, I'll be more than happy, but you can ask the question when I post the video as well, so that's totally okay. Let's see how it is doing. Decent enough, but I'll rather choose another one. This is nice. We can say Indian grounded spices. In a white bowl. Let's if you are more specific, then it will try to create a more specific images, but still I like this one. I can choose and crop it a bit more, not the other two options, they were like very weird with the color what we have. So I think it has given this option. This is also good. I think this is better, so I not but I think this is going more with the aesthetic. So if I show you the photo like this, I do a crop tool, I go to image, and because I forgot the shortcut, I'll do clockwise. Right. Cool. So the image is looking way nice. So I had replicated this, I have added a bowl and all of those things, and finally we can do a crop. We can change the crop, right, and I think this will look nice. Awesome. Okay, I think so. What my gist was ki you can use this in a more creative way to get some amazing results, makes your work way faster. There's Adobe, there's a lot of more things, so more of the reels and everything will be coming in next week ki how to detail Adobe I use as well. You can change outfits if your selection is correct. I think I'll be logging off in some time, so I won't be showing you that, but it's as it improves, this is going to give better results, make your work faster. If you have made a mistake in the shoot, you can definitely correct all of those. Not a major mistake if some makeup is missing or something on the model, or some major food products are missing, that is not going to add that, because Indian accent is a very pretty different thing for it to understand. So because last time I said a bowl of paneer, it gave a very weird picture of bowl of paneer. So yes, you can be creative, you just have to be thorough with your understanding what you're trying to create and everything. You are able to express that in words, they're saying more detailed, it will give you more detailed output. But It is very interesting. You should be learning it and you should be using it. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy. I'll be posting this to live, so you can ask question then as well. If you feel ki I have not covered something, so let me know in comments ki what more I should cover, which will help you to understand and also make me learn as well, because AI is new to everyone. So I'll be more than happy to do that. But I'll be closing the live for now, and thanks again for whoever has joined, and have a nice Sunday.